Okay, hi. So I am making this video, and generally, I'm gonna be making these. I'm gonna try and make more. I don't know if I will, but I'm trying to get over my fear of cameras and, in the same vein, get over my fear of talking to people or talking to myself. I don't know. Okay, but um, I'm going to read out my essay on Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. Um, the main title is Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? An essay on illusion. Okay, so let me get started. And I'm gonna read this, but I'm also gonna look here and I'm gonna try and express it a little bit. So let's see how it goes. Okay, who's afraid of Virginia Woolf? Who is afraid of breaking the illusion they've created to shield themselves? In this text, Edward Albee explores the common fantasies people create to shield themselves from the reality of their lives. Debuting on stage in 1962, this play emphasizes. No, what? This play challenges. This is not supposed to be good, and this is not supposed to be watched. Okay. This play challenges the societal ideals of marriage, children, youth, and success, emphasizing how it is all a facade in its own way. Albee uses the two couples and their respective fabricated lives, which shatter as the night goes on, to portray this. The clearest metaphor for the characters' inability to face their respective realities is George and Martha's imaginary child. Their son serves as both a shield from their emotional vulnerability and as a form of entertainment to distract them from their aging selves. When a defeated George whispers, "You broke our rule, baby," you mentioned him. You mentioned him to someone else. His emotional fragility becomes evident. Martha's response, "I'll forget. Sometimes when it's night and it's late and everybody else is talking, I forget and I want to mention him. But I hold on. I hold on. But I've wanted to so often." Allows the audience to peek into her vulnerability unfiltered. The reliance on this imaginary child for any emotion, be it anger, sadness, happiness, or pride, is prevalent in every mention of him. However, any positive emotion they derive from this false son is shattered soon after it arises by the weight of reality for the couple. It masks their disappointment with their own lives, George's career, Martha's aging, their lack of a family, and their mutual destruction. Both the couples utilize biting remarks and psychologically hostile games as a way of hiding their vulnerability. Ah. In Humiliate the Host, the target of this hostility is George, breaking him down significantly, no, not long after the night begins. After Hump the Hostess, George is made to feel inferior while the audience knows of Nick's impotence. Peel the Labels, the solo game played by Honey, signifies not only the peeling of labels from liquor bottles, but also tearing away the facade of each character, highlighted by the quote, "We all peel labels, sweetie. And when you get through the skin, all three layers, through the muscles, slosh inside the organs, them which is still sloshable, and you get to the bone, what do you do then? You know what you do then? Eh. When you get down to the bone, you haven't got all the way yet. There's something inside the bone, the marrow. That's what gotta get at." The games strip away the layers of each of the characters' illusions like labels. George's career, Martha's facade, Nick's masculinity, Honey's alcoholism, and eventually that of their false child. In the final act, George kills their son in a manner similar to the story of the boy who killed his parents. By dawn, each of the characters have been stripped to their bones by the harsh reality they have had to face. The killing of the imaginary child has left Martha unable to hide behind biting remarks, and George as a husk of what he was at the commencement of the night. This symbolizes the destruction that is caused by seeking comfort in and becoming dependent on fantasy. Albee suggests that illusions can only shield us temporarily, and only by facing the truth can one truly grow. The phrase, "Who's afraid of Virginia Woolf?" was scribbled on the wall of a restaurant restroom when Albee first saw it. It had the tone of an English professor, taunting his students. When one first tries to break down Woolf's writing, they have to break the illusion. Well, they have to break the illusion of their own intelligence. She hides complex themes of sorrow and oppression through wit, just like Martha. The couples in the play must face their own reality, as does the reader. Through the text, Albie makes it clear that every person has a delusion they must face. Illusion and fantasy are often used as shields to protect relationships between individuals. Albie questions whether these fabrications are what keeps people together and if we can survive without them. He suggests that only after the illusion is broken can one truly grow. If facing a facade is the only way to evolve, why should you be afraid of Virginia Woolf? That's the essay, and it took me like Bhagwan jane kitne dinon to write. It took me a really long time to write because I kept editing it and all of that stuff. Oh, look at my Stray Kids one. Yeah, so that's it. I don't know if anyone's gonna see this. I don't know if I'm gonna upload it, but here it is.